Right, folks, Yishai Fleischer here. I'm waiting for my luggage in Miami International. I'll be here in Miami and then in New York for the next week. In the meantime, I wanted you to check out this video that I had the pleasure and honor to do with the Daily Wire about a passion of mine. You know, I do YouTube videos, I do a radio show, but really I work in Hebron, and I try to develop it, try to help push it forward. And we're trying very much to take that ancient and holy city and make it alive again, and what it was, which is the first capital of the Jewish people in the land of Israel under King David. There's a tomb in Hebron, which is the tomb of the father of King David and the great-grandmother of King David, which is Ruth, the biblical Ruth, the book of Ruth. So you got Ruth and Yishai. Yishai in English is Jesse. So check out this video that I'm very proud of that I did with Kassy, Dillon, and Daily Wire about a passion of mine, which I think is something that can shine to the world with the Jewish community of Hebron, beautifying this ancient place, really for mankind, because King David is a light to the whole world for a better region, for a better future. So God bless you. Check it out. Tomb of Yishai and Ruth. So what did this place look like 2-3 years ago? People visited it. It was a holy site. People knew about it, but it wasn't nice. It just wasn't nice. It wasn't welcoming. It didn't have benches. It didn't have a garbage can. It didn't have running water, and it didn't have electricity. Now it's got all these amenities, and it's got this amazing markers for the tombs of Yishai and Ruth. Yishai is, how you say, Jesse in Hebrew. Okay, so this is the father of King David, and this is Ruth, the great-grandmother of King David. And we read about it in the Scroll of Ruth, which is only 4 chapters. It tells the story about how Ruth came from the country of Moab, where Jordan is today, and she joined the Jewish peoplehood. And people from all over the world come to this spot to fulfill a verse, Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10. V'aya bayom hahu. It will be on that day. Shoresh Yishai asher omed lenes amim. The root of Jesse, which stands as a banner for all peoples. Elav goyim yidroshu. The nations will yearn for him. V'ayta menuchato kavod. And his resting place will be glorious. That's Isaiah 11, chapter 11, verse 10. And so I read them that verse, and they're like, this is fulfilling biblical prophecy. This is fulfilling biblical prophecy. Not only that the place should be glorified, but also the nations of the world will come to the root of Jesse, to King David. And isn't that what folks of biblical heritage really want? In the last 2 years, we've added the basic amenities of benches, of water, of electricity, of air conditioning, even a screen to show movies so people can have their celebrations here. We fixed up the old synagogue, the ancient synagogue, 1,500-year-old structures. We've kind of built them back up, restored them so that they don't collapse. They were just on the verge of collapse. I think that God held them up until we came and fixed it and made it so it'll stand. We've added paint and color. We have a little army base on top here. We've made it nicer. Everything to make it just more welcoming. Slowly but surely, we are restoring. We took this ancient site, which was totally derelict and broken, and you never wanted to go inside. Nobody ever went inside. And with the help of Hashem, has become an awesome thing. This is a cafe slash a hall to welcome people in for song, for spirituality. I'm telling you, it was filled with dirt and dead animals and who knows what else. And we brought in electricity, we fixed all the ceilings, we fixed the building so it doesn't fall down anymore. This is our pièce de resistance. This is our brand new ancient synagogue. This is a 1,500-year-old building, redone. Okay, we put in electricity, fixed the ceilings, added this archway in order to secure the ceilings, and built this beautiful Aron Kodesh, this ark that holds the Torah scrolls, and it is just magnificent with local wood artists. This is all a restoration, And now people come here and enjoy it, and we've made a little spot that was holy, we made it feel holy, made it look holy, and that's what the rebirth of the Jewish people in the land of Israel, that's what it does. It takes an ancient place that was 2,000 years ago important, been forgotten, and it's resurrected. This has been rebuilt now. And this is going to be our, what we call in Hebrew, Sofer Stam, which means this is the scribal room. There's going to be a scribe here, and what is he going to scribe? He's going to write the book of Ruth, and we're going to sell it. We're going to give it out to people. We're going to make it from here. From the tomb of Ruth, you're going to get the scroll of Ruth. The scroll of Ruth is the story of how King David was born. So we know this is an ancient holy spot. We have found stuff here from Second Temple period. We have no doubt that this place was of spiritual importance. And we have about over 1,000 years of visitors to this place who have claimed that this is the tomb of Yishai. And one of our great mystics, the Arizal, also recognized that this is the tomb of Yishai. And the story of Ruth came a little bit later, but really Hebron is all about mothers and fathers. So even if it's not the tomb of Ruth, actually, it's the place where we commemorate and celebrate Ruth. And that's the mystical doctrine. So we have a very ancient place. We have found tons of Second Temple artifacts right here in this mound, in this hill. And this area is where the Jewish people made a lot of purchases 200 years ago. We have the Turkish land deeds. It's called Kushan. We have these Turkish land deeds here, the Jewish community. We even know exactly who bought it, Rabbi Bajayo, 200 years ago, this whole area. And now, thank God, we're developing it. We have a lot of people who want to counterclaim and say it's theirs, but it's simply not true. It's our land in Hebron. We are very ancient people here. We've been living in this town for over 3,500 years. Okay, and we have proof from First Temple period, that's 3,000 years ago, and Second Temple period, it's 2,000 years ago, and then continuous Jewish presence in this town. Now, the tomb of Ruth and Yishai is being beautified, is being restored to its proper glory.